Is intermittent fasting the best way to lose weight and promote a healthier lifestyle? The answer was yes for me, and today through this video I aim to share a bit about how I lost 14 kilos over the past 30 days, as well as why it's working for me, why it might work for you, what are some other options out there. I'll be sharing all that by sharing a bit about my day-to-day, just so you can see if it could be an option for you. Silicon Valley vibes.
But I look so fat.
You don't look fat. I've actually been on this weight loss journey for years and years, so I think my metabolism has me sitting at around 120 kilos when I don't do anything. And it was just one day after uni, I ran into an ex-girlfriend of mine after 2 years, and the first thing she said was like, not hi or an awkward laugh or anything like that, but it was like, she cracked up and said, "You got so fat, lose some weight, dude." And that kind of shocked me, so I ended up going on a pretty strict clean diet for around 3 months, in which I actually ended up going from 120 to 87 kilos, so 23 kilos, is it? I can't do my maths right now. 33 kilos, yeah. I ended up losing all that weight, so I used to look like this. Then fast forward 2 years later, I came back to looking like that. And it was just always on and off. When I felt like it, I lost weight, and when I didn't feel like it anymore, I'll just regain it all back. I've tried all sorts of diets in the past, keto, calorie counting. When I didn't care about my weight, I would usually be on seafood diet, which is about eating all the food that you can see in front of you. And that's what got me to the 120, 130 levels, where I started seeing some serious health issues like back pain and digestive issues and whatnot. So around a month ago, I was at the emergency department. I did a blood test, and the doctors were telling me something like, okay, you're still young now, but if you keep this up, you will likely develop diabetes or a whole lot of other health issues moving down the line. Being a dad of 2 kids, I want to make sure I stay healthy to be a good role model, as well as live as long as possible to see them getting married and to be there for my grandchildren and so on. So I thought, okay, this time I need to go on a diet that's not just like a 3-month diet cycle where you get fit and then take a nice photo, a body profile, and then get back to being fat and unhealthy again. This time it had to be a lifelong thing I needed to commit to. And the decision I made was to go with intermittent fasting because it's so easy to execute. No need to do calorie counting, get an app, weigh your food, memorize what calories each food or nutrients it brings and stuff. No need to consider eliminating some types of food completely. As long as I don't eat too much within the intermittent fasting windows, I'm good to go. My metabolism in general is really, really slow, so I could fast for like 72 hours and I'll be pretty okay with it. If I skip breakfast, for example, I can start my window at around lunchtime. At 12, I just need to make sure I have dinner before 8, and I'm sweet and I'm good to go. And because of how heavy I am, I use a lot of calories during the day, and I end up just losing weight. I think this is one of the most sustainable methods I have tried. My current routine is pretty simple. I just do the intermittent fasting windows, 16-8, 8 hours of eating window at most. If possible, I try to shorten that as much as I can to lengthen the ketosis period. And when I can, I visit the gym with my trainer friends, such as this dude. He's massive. Thanks, Eric. Otherwise, I'm just doing basic workout at home, like push-ups, sit-ups, planking, and in general, playing with my kids keeps me pretty active, so that's what I do. All right, let's get out of here before I have to pay $6.
Also, have you been going to
Anytime Fitness?
Yeah.
Oh, my friend goes and he was like, please join. But like, I don't know, right now, it's still an excuse, I get it, but I don't feel like I have time.
Oh, I mean, that's not fair.
It's like,
if you have 2 kids.
Yeah, only spare time I get during the day is like once the kids are asleep.
Yeah.
Really. And that's like between 8 and 11 p.m. if lucky. So 3 hours a day that I get to spend with Jess effectively. And if I'm away for like half that amount being at the gym, it kind of feels like a waste. And I'm not sure if Jess will be happy with that either.
No, I feel it. How's the diet? Are you like strict on the diet or?
On the windows, yes, but in terms of what I eat, like not too strict. All my mates who are like certified trainers are telling me to do calorie counting.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to worry about eating windows or anything like that.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm not bothered. It's just simpler to just keep by the window. I mean, lucky you're fit, so you can eat whatever you want.
No, I'm like, I've been getting a lot lazier, so my
Really?
metabolism's like really messing
Yeah, we're getting older, huh?
Yeah.
This workspace though is giving like Silicon Valley vibes. Do you work in tech, mister? Alright, Eric, you're from the States. Let's do a quick interview. One quick thing about Sydney that you like, one quick thing you don't like.
오빠 인터뷰하거든?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your thoughts.
Sydney, it's like pretty bad. It's just they're more. They take care of their hygiene a little bit more.
What the heck? I'll be the messenger here. Eric told us that Australians don't shower. Australians don't bother showering before getting on the trains. That's what he said. In San Francisco, people take care of themselves, put on deodorant. He doesn't think it's the case here in Australia. Is that true? Is that true, Australians? Do you take a sorry. Do you take a shower before boarding the train?
I do.
Okay. Do you take a shower before boarding the train?
Never.
Yeah, I definitely don't shower before getting on the train, so I guess Eric's right. Thanks, Eric. One quick message for the Australians who don't take showers before getting on trains.
Take a shower.
Do you like the dad bod daddy or daddy right now? It's just so hot. Still waiting for food after 30 minutes. I don't know what's going on. But good for me because I get to delay my eating window start. Yay! Eric, how do I stay fit like you?
Consistency. Just go to the gym.
Go to the gym?
Even if you don't feel like it, just go to the gym and do something.
Yikes. Yeah. So my fasting window starts at 12:40 today, meaning I can eat until 8:40. Not gonna go a minute over, although being this strict makes my wife angry all the time. Actually, 8:41 now. Yay, let's eat. 잘 먹겠습니다.
파스팅 진짜 work하는구나.
나는 되는 것 같아, because I don't get really hungry. And there are a bunch of things you can eat outside your fasting window, like non-jelly, non-gummy vitamins, water, tea, coffee. Coffee is really good.
더 배고프더라고.
Oh, you get hungrier because it speeds your metabolism, the caffeine. But I'm not hungry in general. My metabolism is really slow. You think about it, I still weigh 110 kilos, but that's probably like 20 kilos of fat. So during ketosis, I don't get that hungry because they're probably using my fat, breaking it down to make up for the lost energy or whatever. So it's good for me. I'm not that hungry. It breaks down my fat. I'm happy.
오빠 뭐 한다고 그러지 않았어?
Eric's too fit. Just do whatever you're doing. Look at him. Massive arms. Look at his arms.
I got fatter.
오빠, if you're fat, then what is he?
I am obese.
Potential.
If he's fat, I'm obese.
I went from 17 to 20% body fat.
Wow.
So yeah, I definitely got fatter.
20% is normal, bro.
남자는 아마
Probably like 70% body
She
fat.
expects me to be around 10.
No, I never said that.
Yeah, you
오빠,
did. You
I'm
said
good
10.
with numbers. I don't.
You said 10 to 12.
10 to 14, I guess.
10 to 14?
근데 I know 10 is like 거의
An
운동선수
athlete.
그런 거 알아.
Under 15 is like
근데
apparently unhealthy.
15 is
아
like
근데 오빠가 그렇게 하고 싶다며.
Like 15 to 17 is fine for me.
내 생각엔 한 14, 15 정도가 좋은 것 같아.
Alright, men, you're not fit unless you're 10%, 14%
아니.
body fat. You're not attractive either. Okay?
What are you?
90%. I'll be dead.
아니 공이야 그럼.
I have to roll down the street. We demolished it. Part 2.
안 무서운가 봐.
Oh, that's so proper. Yum.
안 무서워.
엄청 매운데 엄청 맛있어.
맛있어.
되게
밥이랑 계속 먹게 돼.
Imagine being on a clean diet.
That's clean. It's white.
The rule for intermittent fasting is still the same. You just gotta make sure you eat less calories than the amount you burn. It's quite easier because it's hard to consume enough calories physically within the 8-hour window. Yeah, make sure you don't eat too much within your window. I've done that in the past. I've eaten like 4 meals within the 8-hour window, didn't lose any weight and started gaining weight and getting angry at myself. So make sure you don't eat too much. Bye bye. Thanks for having us. But yeah, we're now heading to pick up Asha from his play date so that we can take him to my mom's house and get some relief from all the childcare responsibilities.
자 베이비야.
Please sleep, Ian.
형아는 못 잔다니까.
Literally 1 minute later, he's asleep. So, what a good boy.
He's listening to mommy and daddy.
Parents, why are you complaining about how your kid's not sleeping? Just tell them to sleep. Just make sure they're the second child and don't listen. So Jess, you've known me as the 90 kilo Jakes, 120 kilo Jakes, and you have me right now 1 month into intermittent fasting. Tell me about your experience dating the different versions of Jakes.
It's good that you're looking after yourself. I just don't like how I can't have snacks with you at like 10 p.m. at night time when I want to have like ice cream or something like that.
Yeah, I guess the trade-off is like either I do what I'm doing now or
Stay fat.
yeah, stay fat.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you. Not because you're losing weight, but because you're doing something that you've been telling yourself for years. You wanted to lose weight and be firm with yourself. And now you're actually doing it because you want to be healthy for yourself, for your boys, and your future. And I think that's very good, and I'm very proud of you.
Any thoughts on what you're going to do for yourself in terms of taking care of your health? ...
Question mark?
Don't worry, I'll make sure to keep you healthy and support you all the way I can.
I still have like 7 kilos to go.
You can't get back to the same state before you had 2 kids, I reckon.
연예인들 on Instagram they do.
You're not a 연예인 on Instagram, so you don't have to.
True. But I look so fat.
You don't look fat.
I want to get into Pilates again, but now that I'm doing full time, I don't have time anymore. It is an excuse. Like you can go at like, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning to an hour and then come home and shower and, you know, pick up the boys and drop the boys and then go into the office. I would never do that.
Yeah, it's tough. I guess our hands are so full right now with so many responsibilities, and we want to prioritize our kids and we have to prioritize our work. So our fitness and health becomes like a nice to have sort of thing. Okay, we're here to pick up Asha. Ian's still fast asleep, but he's gonna be waking up soon. Oh, never mind. I just woke him up. Crap. Cut? He's not impressed. Sorry, baby. How's your sleep, baby? Thank you. 아세, 아빠 나. Let's go. We are here. Tastes like vegetables. Wow, he's eating a lot. I'll say the toughest time window for fasting schedule is resisting or reminding myself not to eat the leftovers my children left over, especially in the mornings and nights. As a parent, I'm so used to just picking up stuff they've dropped and just eating it away.
Like this.
Yeah. Yum, yum, yum. 재밌어? So our Uber Eats arrived 1.5 hours after ordering our meal. We should have known because it's like 37 degrees today. And the driver came and he was on a motorcycle and he was drenched in sweat. We're taking turns as always, one person looking after the kids. Once I'm done, we'll swap over. Little Grease and Parramatta, the best. So what I do when I get too hungry during a fast, I usually just drink a lot of water or have some tea or coffee for myself. I rarely do get hungry, but when I do, that's how I deal with it. And you know, like if you get too hungry, your body's giving you a sign you should eat anyway. So I said, let's go home. Bye bye. 사랑해요. 해야지. Spinning dance, do the spinning. Go. Steady, go. Happy birthday cake, yeah?
아빠 먹어.
아빠 먹어? birthday cake?
굿나잇.
We spent a good 2 hours sleeping the kids.
So hard.
They're finally in their bed. So we're gonna wrap up the day with a cold one.
And my dinner 3 hours ago.
Okay, I didn't wake up the kids. Cheers.
Cheers.
But we're gonna wrap up the video here. It's still 7:50, so I'm allowed to have a cheeky beer. Probably drink the beer, have some snacks, and go to sleep early. If I can do it with 2 kids, you guys can too. So all the best with your own journeys, but we'll say bye here. Cheers, and have a good one. See you in our next video. Bye 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 bye.